For those of us who work in small town radio, and I say small town, I grew up in a community of 3,000 people, and then I've worked in cities with populations roughly 150,000, never any larger than that. And now, near the end of my radio broadcast career, I got into talk part of it, the talk show hosting late. I was involved in management and news and various things in radio and television for years, and now I'm on the downside, I guess, of a career, but it's still great to do this. And even though we're not as well known as a syndicated host or some of the folks in the really big cities, you still have quite an impact on your community. I had a call Friday, I guess it was, on the air, and I know this might be just a wee bit long, but I wanted to share some of it, just the content of it, because it shows you just how important we can be to a radio audience.
And I'm listening, and you are always talking, and we are always teaching us, and we're always learning. And my wife is one hell of a researcher, and I, as much as it may shock people, I actually do listen and learn. And sure, I'm an opinionated, loud guy, and sometimes I'm not so articulate. But I appreciate what you teach us. And when you're doing what you've been doing since the big top of the hour, I don't think you've had any calls since the top of the hour, but I didn't listen completely. But every day you must research the living hell out of stuff, because I listen all day to talk radio. I listen to you, Rush, Zeb Bell, Steve Mitten. Steve Mitten and you guys would have a great conversation over dinner.
Yeah, and, Steve's a great guy.
Well, he's an informed boy, and Zeb's got great guests. I don't want to build. This isn't about comparisons. Everybody's different, but we all need to learn. If the people of this country were as informed as the people of Magic Valley, it would be great. And you guys stand your ground. You're riding point, so to speak. And the fence riders, now Kevin up there at KIDO is all right, and he does pretty good. And the reason I can't hear him is because I can't pick him up. But I can pick up 670, and the fence riders up there, they got one on one side of the fence and one on the other, and it may be a painful experience, but they have to do it apparently. And so, they're worried about offending their left wingers up there. And so thank God. But you see, the Boise Valley needs, this kind of instruction.
I agree. I got to let you go, though. We've got a hard break coming up.
See ya.
And so that's the type of thing that I like to hear. Obviously, it's always flattering to get someone to call and share those types of thoughts with me on the air. I do this, though, because I share it, because come January, if the Democrats have control of both houses of Congress and they end up with the presidency as well, talk radio, as we know it, that is conservative talk radio. And when you're talking talk radio in this country, that's generally what it is. It's political and it's conservative. Will be gone, because if you think that they're trying to shut people down already around the country or coerce people into raising their fists in support of Black Lives Matter, it's not a long stretch to think that they'll be getting rid of all of us. They'll be coming for us. You'll see another 6 justices on the Supreme Court. I'm told by one of my U.S. senators that that's already in the works. If the Democrats win, they will pack the court with their fellow travelers. They will forever change the landscape of this country. They will nationalize police forces all across America, and they will bring back the Fairness Doctrine. In other words, that's it's been gone since Reagan's era, but they'll bring that back, and that'll put an end to talk radio. And while the well-known guys on the syndicated circuit are certainly not probably worried about it as much as the rest of us, because they could walk away. The real stars have been doing this for so long, they don't need to earn another dollar to worry about where they're going to get their next meal. But for those of us on the local level and of a certain age, I don't know. I guess we're all going to be living under bridges unless we go along with the party line. And that's what frightens me. That's what really frightens me about what might be coming. I do want to mention, if you like our videos, please subscribe. There's a little button, of course, on the page, the YouTube page, and that way you'll get alerts whenever we post a video. Number 2, if you've got any questions or comments, just put them down below. Anything you want us to address, we'll do our best to take care of that. Bill Colley with you. And again, I host a radio program in Twin Falls, Idaho. Although I'm off for the next several days, got to burn up vacation time every now and then.